Hi, my name's Alan Edwards, and in this Estranged development blog video, I'm going to show you how I'm using modular assets, very basic ones right now, to create levels in Estranged. Now, I first saw this technique in a Bethesda, I think it was a GDC presentation. I'll try and link it in the YouTube description. But they talked about treating their level elements like Lego and plugging things together. Now they kind of had some very complicated stuff, like some things they referred to as plugs, some things as sockets. I'm not going to show you that today because we haven't done that yet, but that's something we want to do in the future. This is a preview of what we have so far in terms of modular assets in Estranged. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag on this floor mesh here. So I'm going to align that to the grid just so we can see what's going on there. It's always very difficult to lay the first thing in Unreal. Here we go. So let's drag this over here. I'll just duplicate the floor. Right now I'm just going to make a corridor just to show you how we're using this. So what I'll do is I'll drag on this wall with skirting. So this is a wall that has a little bit of skirting board at the bottom. Just to make it a little bit more fancy. So we'll drag this over here, duplicate it. What we'll do is we'll also duplicate this wall and flip it on the x-axis. So there we go. And now all we need is a ceiling. And we got ourselves a good corridor. Obviously we would want something a little bit more interesting, but this is just a demo of using these assets. So let's duplicate this and this. There we go. So I'm just going to put some lights in here as well, just so we can visualize this a bit better without unlit. It's sometimes quite difficult to visualize things. Okay, so we have this layout. So what I want to do now, and this is where it gets very cool, is that I can just drag on a material. So if we go to ceilings, we're already in ceilings. So if I want a metal ceiling, I can do that. If I want a concrete grungy ceiling, I can do that. If I just want a regular ceiling or another regular ceiling, I can do that. So what I'm going to do is put on this one for now. And with the walls, we'll select all of the walls so we can do all this at once. Go to walls. Let's put brick wall into the first slot, and for the skirting board, we'll use this conveniently named skirting material to add the skirting. And for the floor, I think for now we will use this tile material. As you can see though, that's a very, very quick corridor there. It doesn't look very good, not very interesting. But what we'll do is we'll duplicate this one, rotate it so we can't see it. Very good, Alan. We'll go the right side of it so we can see it. We'll move this right to the end. What we will do, I'm going to move it forward a little bit. So we'll use this door frame. So you can see this door frame is only one-sided, so we will duplicate it and rotate it. There we go. So now we have a door frame, which is quite interesting. And we can do more stuff with that. So we'll just duplicate this whole section, including the lights, so we can see what's going on, like that. And there we go, and I think what I'll do is I'll just rotate this wall and put it here. And there you go. That's a little bit more interesting. We've got a curve. Obviously these examples are very basic. So what I'm going to do as well, I'm just going to add a little bit of flair to this. We'll just put the ARC Corporation logo on here. You've got to really. So I'll just move that down. Now I decided that I don't really like this look. I think I want to go for a different look because this looks a little bit industrial. So I think I would like it to look a little bit more like an office. So because we're using assets which can have things replaced very easily, we can do that. We can go ahead, oops, didn't mean to drag that. We can go ahead and select all the floor, and we'll go to floors and carpet, and we'll completely replace the carpet. And of course, if I want to, I can just completely block off this wall. And there we go. So that's the power of these modular assets. So what we'll do right now is we will duplicate this whole section, including the door frame, shuffle it over here, and then I'm going to do a flip on the x-axis. I think this will do what I want it to do. Yep. So then we can drag in another point light, and then we can have this wall extend a little bit over here, and the floor as well, and the ceiling. Oh, need to actually select the ceiling that's valid here. Yep, I can't actually see if that's where it should be because there is no light here. The lights are showing as X because I have too many stationary lights in this area, so don't worry about that. So there we go, and what we'll do is we'll duplicate this wall, and you guessed it, we'll flip it on the x-axis. There we go. So there we have it. Those walls are unrealistically thin. Obviously we wouldn't actually have it like this because it would break the illusion for some players. So we'll move it like that. And what we can do now, because we are using modular assets here, I want a window here. So I'll just add a window. And there we go. We have a window to the other side here. It's not extremely revelatory stuff, and also this needs to move a little bit. But it's very, very powerful, and it lets you lay out levels very quickly. And of course, everything has the same size. So now that I have this door frame here, I can go ahead and drag on a door. So let me just search for door. Oh, it's not the right language. So we'll put on some door here. We'll rotate this round. And you'll see that it fits exactly in the door frame, same here with this one. So that's kind of interesting. So this is a technique that I want to use in a lot of Estranged Act 2. We're already using it in a kind of officey area, but I really want to extend it to other parts, especially a cave section. But natural stuff is actually quite difficult with this technique. So that's something we need to figure out, but I'm sure we will. So this is just a very basic example of this technique in use. Obviously we'll be developing this and making more and more complex meshes in the future, and hopefully I can bring more development videos showing those. Okay, thank you very much for watching.